With his first overseas trip beginning in this English seaside village, President Biden, ahead of meeting with allies, is facing a series of international challenges. Ending the global pandemic, addressing disputes over trade, and combating climate change.
We need to stand shoulder to shoulder with those allies and partners who share our values.
But it's confronting China and Russia that will take center stage. President Biden's trip punctuated by a face-to-face sit-down with Russian President Vladimir Putin 1 week from today. But first, meetings with foreign leaders, including British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who candidate Biden in 2019 dismissed as a physical and emotional clone of former President Trump. Mr. Biden aiming to offer a stark contrast to his predecessor, who as part of his America First policy, questioned the value of the U.S.'s long-standing global alliances. For that Putin summit in Switzerland, White House officials insist President Biden will take a hard line. Amid the rise in ransomware attacks believed to come from inside Russia against critical infrastructure in the U.S., and the country's political crackdowns and human rights issues. The White House already combating criticism that Putin doesn't deserve a one-on-one summit, with Republicans slamming President Biden's leadership.
We're weaker today than we've been since Jimmy Carter.
Asked by ABC News in March whether he considers the former KGB agent a killer, President Biden responded, "Yes, I do." Putin's reply, in effect, "It takes one to know one," wishing President Biden good health. Now, senior administration officials fully acknowledge the challenges they face and say they have a pragmatic view about what they can achieve. So this trip will be far more about messaging than specific actions or deals. President Biden says he wants to reassure European allies that the U.S. can once again be counted on as a dependable partner. Savannah.
All right, Geoff, and the president also in the spotlight this morning over his infrastructure plan and the prospect of a bipartisan deal looking less likely as talks with Republicans collapsing. Where does it stand?
Right. So President Biden yesterday, he pulled the plug on what had been a weeks-long effort to reach a deal with Senate Republicans on a physical infrastructure plan to pay for revitalizing roads and bridges. He had been negotiating with West Virginia Senator Shelley Moore Capito. But the two sides were really far apart on overall spending and how to pay for it all. But look, bipartisan talks aren't completely over because the president is planning to engage with a new group of Republican and Democratic senators who are working on an alternative compromise. But it really all increases the likelihood that Democrats at the end of the day will wind up pursuing this sweeping infrastructure plan entirely on their own, Savannah.
Yeah. All right, Geoff, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.